Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by to check out the latest from Sailing Emerald Steel. In this video we're going to be talking about moorings, what's down there on the seafloor holding your mooring in place. And before we get started, we'd once again like to thank all of you that took the time to leave a comment and a thumb up on our last video. We love getting your feedback, so keep the comments coming.
So we believe that anyone who is planning to attach their boat to a mooring, even for a short time, say overnight, you should have some idea what's down there. Because the truth is that throughout the years, we heard and saw unbelievable stories how people end up by tying to the mooring and find themselves the next day floating down the bay or wherever the place might be. So in this video we will show you what to expect for mooring to hold, and also show it to maintenance of the mooring, which should be provided by the company whoever you're renting from. The example we are showing is in the San Diego Bay. It's commercial moorings which are provided by San Diego Mooring Company, and they inspect moorings once a year. So you have some pretty good idea the mooring you can trust, but even that is not 100% because throughout 2 years we saw actually boats get loose. So nothing is 100%.
And at the end of the video we're going to give you all the details on how to go about applying for a mooring and the costs associated with it, because we know our viewers like details. Here's a view of the mooring field by the Coronado Bay Bridge with Emerald Steel in the center. In this kind of weather, any mooring will do, but there comes a time when the weather gets ugly, and then you'll want to know that you can trust what's holding your boat. Even in Southern California, where the weather is usually docile, sometimes we experience gales and even storms, so the mooring needs to be built for all types of weather conditions. But if you should be unlucky enough to be anchored in hurricane conditions, no mooring can be expected to withstand those kinds of forces. And the only thing that might work is a good anchor gear. Even then, most boats will end up on the shore. If we decide to attach our boat to a mooring, we always dive on it first to make sure everything looks good. When you check it yourself, you'll know if you feel confident enough to sleep at night, or if you're going to stay for a longer period on a mooring, you should make sure that whoever is in charge of it does the proper maintenance.
Job accomplished.
Every year the mooring company inspects the moorings. The first thing they have to do is make sure when they lift up the mooring block that it's set back in exactly the same location. And they do this by attaching themselves to the buoy, untying the boat from its mooring, and tying it off to their barge. Next, they lift the buoy so that all the slack in the chain is removed, and at that point their barge is directly over the mooring block. Then they release their 2 vertical posts, which get embedded into the seafloor and essentially anchors their barge. Next, they lift the chain and concrete block up onto their barge. They will hydroblast the chain and block, inspect all the connections, shackles, and swivels, and make sure everything is in good order. If it is not, they will replace all the chain and fittings as necessary. As you can see, it's good that they tie off the boats on a long line, otherwise you'd have a lot of crud and debris on your deck as they hydroblast. The concrete block appears to be about 4 feet by 4 feet by 2.5 feet, which would make it about 6,000 pounds. On this mooring, they're replacing the chain. The depth here is about 25 feet at high tide, and it appears that they use about 50 feet of chain with a 4-foot pennant. They use 3/4 inch long link chain for the moorings, and it's hard to believe that even with this strong chain, sometimes the mooring buoy breaks away from the chain, and several times we've actually seen boats float away still attached to their buoy. After the job is finished, they lower the block back down in exactly the same spot, attach the boat back to its mooring. Once they finish with the mooring and setting it back in place, they will inspect your line, which is attached from your boat to the buoy, and if they find any damage, they will replace it and send you the bill. Once the job is finished, they lift up the vertical post and move on to the next mooring. Only this kind of inspection and maintenance would be satisfactory to us. Okay, and so here are the details for San Diego Mooring Company if you should be interested in applying to get a mooring. If you want a permanent mooring, it takes about a year, give or take a few months to get your mooring, so you'd want to put that application in early as possible. They do sublease moorings also, and you don't have to give them as much notice naturally for that. Sometimes they have them available. The costs of the mooring are between $130 and $160 a month, which is a really good deal, depending on which area you're going to be in. Some places are more expensive than others. And you can sublease a mooring, which is double the price.
And if you have your own mooring, you can leave for up to 2 years and have your mooring subleased. In that case, you pay $15.
I will leave a link on the description of the video for San Diego Mooring Company, and if you're interested, you can contact Vanessa there. Okay guys, so that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video and got something out of it. We'd like to once again thank all the people that support our channel through Patreon and PayPal. Thank you so much for your support, guys. We really appreciate it, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.